Here is how I scaled an e-commerce ad account with Facebook ads from $6,600 a day of ad spend all the way to $25,000 a day in ad spend. This is going to be a very extensive and in-depth case study. I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm going to show you all of the numbers inside the ad account here. So the data that we're looking at is from the very beginning of my working relationship with this brand. They are a bedsheets brand that sells luxury linens online, all e-commerce, direct consumer. And I started working with them in the beginning of 2022. So the data that I'm selecting here is the 1st through the 28th, and we spent around $200,000 in that month. Most of it attributed to this campaign right here with an ad that I launched. And to this day, mind the delivery errors and most of them being offline now, but to this day, an ad that has spent a ridiculous amount of money. We codenamed this ad VV871, and it's a very simple ad. Watch it here, you'll see what I mean. It's just like this slow motion, high production style ad that has a user-generated content talent right here that speaks to the target demographic, right? And that ad, here I'll go to maximum so you can see, maximum time. This ad has spent $1.3 million, has generated over 16,000 purchases at a 1.78 return on ad spend. And that's not even counting some of the additional variations that we developed off of this winning asset. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So we'll go back into the campaign section, into our creative testing campaign, sort by amount spent. Meta might take a little bit of time to load. It's pretty slow. And we actually created a second version of this ad that spent $1.1 million with almost 15.5 thousand at a 2.03. AOV went up considerably over the span of 2-3 years, right? Because you get better at optimizing the funnel and whatnot. But you'll see, I'll click into it. Look, the exact same ad. It's just with different scenes, with different colors, with a different color of bed sheets. Different talent. And this is why I always harp on just testing more hooks on your videos, testing more variations, taking a winning concept and building iterations off of it. We were able to generate an additional $1.1 million of profitable ad spend on the exact same video script just by interchanging the visuals, shooting the ad again, and changing the talent on the ad. That's it. That's all we did. There was not a lot of mental thought that went into this. Choose a new talent, add some visual edits to the video. That's it. 1.1 million. There's many other ones that we tried as well. We did a Christmas version. We did a man version. Here, I'll go ahead and search for it. I think this is what it's called. I could be wrong. I'll just put VV871. That should help, right? Yeah, manly VV871. So this one obviously didn't scale quite as much, but look, 40,000 of spend at a 1.97 return on ad spend. That's crazy, right? And again, all we did, watch the video, exact same script, but the talent is a man this time. And so we interchange the talent, and look, not every variation is going to win. Just most of the variations that you test aren't going to beat your control. But the point is that you test enough, you put enough emphasis and enough effort into it, and yes. So let's go into our creative testing campaign here, because this is the main campaign that we ran for the majority of 2023. And $1.2 million of total spend, lifetime, and I don't think it's going to break down ROAS, but you guys can kind of see it. Like 2x, 1.97x. Not all of them are going to be profitable, of course, right? So like we turn off these ones. The break-even ROAS for this client was 1.76 for most of 2023. And then as we were able to scale spend up, obviously contribution margin goes up. We have other channels starting to help out. And we can actually lower ROAS targets to like 1.5, for example, right? The structure is very simple. You might notice that the naming convention is very unique, and I did that on purpose. So every single ad set has a batch ID. A batch ID is something that I can then search on a project management tool like Monday.com or ClickUp, and then I can also search on the file storage service that I use. For us, that was Frame.io, but for you, it could be Google Drive or Dropbox, right? Or Airtable was another popular one. You search the batch ID, and then within the batch ID, you click into it, and all of the variations of the ad pop up. We were using a lot of dynamic creative, and so all of our variations for that particular batch ID lived within a dynamic creative ad unit. These days, I wouldn't recommend using dynamic creative because Meta refuses to update the technology and fix the bugs, and so I use standard ads now. But back then, there weren't as many bugs with dynamic creative. You were able to extract post IDs from them, for example. And there's some other strings as well. So we're doing bid strategy testing. Most of our creative tests, in fact, all of them in 2023 and 2024, were broad targeting. Many reasons why that's the case. You can watch another video here on my social platform or tweet at me if you have questions on it. I'm happy to answer. Age, dynamic, yes or no. Placements, automatic versus manual. And then the note would be like our internal naming system. What is this ad called? So like VV871 Remake. That's the remake version of our top ad. Manly, same thing. We're only looking at VV871 here, but there was a lot of spend, right? So like 6.4 million total spend in the campaign, including VV871 edits and revisions and iterations, right? But then we have different names. So we have founder style ads. And you also notice here, if I scroll down, look, not all of these are going to be standout winners, but look, 50,000 is spend, right? Lumberjack, like that's completely different. I'll click into it. I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's literally a lumberjack gear review ad. Feeling my wood. A lot of puns, a lot of humor elements, right? But my point is that like you'll see the naming convention here. There's a bunch of different styles that we've gone for. So we've created creative diversity in the ad account. We're not only testing UGC. We're not only testing that VV871 style. We have statics. We have high production. We have user-generated content. We have everything and anything under the sun that is working, that is trending, and that we know works for this business and for this account. And when you have all of these creatives online at the same time working together to build your meta funnel, you'll have some users that love watching a particular type of ad top of funnel, and then because you have statics or because you have review videos or XYZ, they'll watch those or interact with those bottom of funnel. And so you have all of these ad sets online, and you're able to curate a customer journey that is so unique that you're able to reach a larger percentage of users profitably. And that's what we've done, is build a lot of creative diversity. I'll click into here to show you the naming convention for the ad level 2. There's a ton of different identifiers. So we're taking a look at the angle of the ad, the medium, the style, who made the ad, the creator, the profile the ad is running from, the landing page, the date it was launched, right? All of these identifiers are really, really useful, and I'll show you what one of them does. So here's a style breakdown, and let's just take a look for the last month, for August of 2024. We're able to see the style breakdown of all of our ads inside the ad account. So we have founder style ads where we have a representative of the company, either the CEO or the founder or the managing partner, getting on a video, holding their phone up, UGC style, and talking about the product. That's crushing, 1.94x, right? Then we have user-generated content. We have transformation style, where we have life sucks over here, and then you watch the video, you understand the solution to the problem. Okay, life's better. That's a transformation style video. Static graphics, also a really big style. Comment response, where we have an actor or talent literally reading the comments that people leave underneath our ads. I'll show you that. Mashup style, where we're using like the TikTok clips at the bottom, and then we have a testimonial or a gear review at the top. High production style, which is like that VV871 style that you just watched, but we can go more in depth. And then the metrics. What are we actually looking at to judge performance? Well, obviously ROAS and cost per results are really important, but there are some stickiness metrics that I like to say that can help influence our decision making when optimizing. So The attention score is the scroll stopping power of our ad. It measures how good our ad is doing. That's incorrect English. How well our ad is doing at stopping the scroll of a user. LP to add to cart rate. What percentage of people that are adding to cart, or excuse me, what percentage of people that are landing on the page are adding to cart? CPM, another really important metric that we'll take a look at, and we can break it down by style because we've created custom breakdowns, right? There's more too. Look at the medium one. If we go in here, select medium, and we can see between mid-form video, we'll go to last 30 days, if Facebook would load. Mid-form video, 16 seconds to 3 minutes. Static images, short-form video. And this could also, if you have a larger inventory, this particular client had one hero product, so like there's no point in running catalog ads. But if you have like 4 or 5 SKUs, catalog ads could be another medium that you test here. Carousels, right? Additionally, we'll go into the creators. We have a ton of different creators that are making content for us. And so, for example, we have a creative vendor. I don't know why it's not showing, actually. Let me go in and edit this real time with you guys. So you can kind of see the process of what that looks like. Ad name VidGrow. Okay, apply. Oops, apply. Now it'll probably show up. Yes, there we go. So we can compare different creative vendors against each other. So if you're paying $10,000 a month to one creative vendor and $25,000 a month to another, but you're seeing that even with all of the assets being tested, one vendor is outperforming. That $10,000 a month vendor is doing better than the $25,000 a month vendor. Well, you can see that in real time. And so we compare all of our vendors and all of our internal editors and all of that and UGC creators that are making videos for us consistently. And we compare the hook rate, obviously alongside performance. We compare the CPMs, right? And frequency. Which of our creators has a higher propensity to hit top of funnel or bottom of funnel? We can take a look at frequency. So for example, excluding the remainder here, which is like unnamed stuff, we can see that Pattern as a creator has a higher propensity to hit bottom of funnel because frequency is a lot higher compared to, say, Victor, where his frequency is 1.37, and so we know that his ads are going to hit more top of funnel. And so that's kind of how the account has been run. Very simple in terms of how it's set up. I'll kind of go into the ad set settings here so you can see this as well. But for creative testing, we're using ABO, or ad set budget optimization. Why? Because it's a controlled testing environment. CBO and ASC are used for scaling, but for creative testing, always ABO. And then we're doing excluding past purchasers, right? And then for placements, it's automatic placements, broad targeting, only in the United States, highest volume. That's it for our creative testing. Like once we have winners, we go ahead and duplicate to other areas, right? So we can test cost caps, we can test, ASC scaling, different post IDs, etc. But for the most part, it's letting the algorithm do its thing. For creative tests, we set the budget to $350 a day and let it run for about a week. And within that period of time, it either outperforms the majority of our ad account or it doesn't. If it outperforms the majority of our ad account, then we keep it online or we raise budget. If it doesn't outperform what's currently running, then we turn it off. Super simple. And then we use the breakdowns to inform future learnings. All right, let me know if this video is valuable. I hope it was. And guys, media buying doesn't have to be that hard. It's all about the creative, I promise.